Hello! Read aloud is certainly one of the easiest item types in PTE. After all, one is just required to read aloud a short text that will be displayed on the screen in under 40 seconds. How hard can it be? Even a 4th grader can attempt and score full marks for discussion time. Well, you will not be wrong in thinking that. However, just blunt reading is not going to get you the perfect scores for read aloud item type. You have to display these skills that Pearson intends to test with this question type and will come naturally to someone with high English proficiency. In this video, I will explain these sub-skills and how you can display them in your responses. To know what these skills are and how they affect your scores, please watch the video PTE Read Aloud, Understand the Game, if you haven't already. We know the enabling skills of content, pronunciation and oral fluency scored in Read Aloud item type measure the degree to which a test taker has displayed these sub-skills to speak with a purpose, read a text aloud, speak at a natural rate, produce fluent speech, use correct intonation, use correct pronunciation, use correct stress, and speak under timed conditions. Overwhelmed by the sub-skills list, are you? Do not be, for you display these skills every day whenever you vocalize your thoughts, regardless of the language you speak in. I will explain each of these sub-skills in the context of read aloud item type. Firstly, speak with a purpose. It means to not speak monotonously like a robot. In regular conversations, humans always speak with a purpose. Humans, because of their very nature, are incapable of speaking without a purpose. You may not be doing it subconsciously and in English, but you certainly are speaking with a purpose when you vocalize your thoughts, no matter the language you use. When you speak with a purpose, you subconsciously put stress on words, take appropriate pauses, use correct intonation and stress, and you speak with a purpose so the listener not only comprehends the words but also the emotions or attitudes you have towards the topic. The machine scoring system expects you to do the same except express somebody else's thought by reading a text aloud. To read with a purpose, you must first understand the text, hence why Pearson gives preparation time. A question that naturally arises is how to best utilize the preparation time. Now, the answer to this question will vary for every individual. However, whatever strategy you utilize, its goal should always be to comprehend the text and figure out words or parts of the text that may lead you to hesitate or mispronounce while reading aloud. Here are some facts to help you draw a strategy. Our experience has shown that the longest text that you will come across in the PTE test will take between 28 and 35 seconds to read aloud, depending on lexical complexity. Most will not take longer than 28 seconds. So the 30 to 40 seconds time that you get to prepare is more than sufficient. You should be able to read the longest and most complex academic text quietly at least 6 times in this period. We know that the read aloud questions will have an academic text and it will have one or more of the 3 macro purposes: to repeat, to inform, or to explain. Academic texts have a passive, informative tone, so do not try to read aloud like a Shakespearean. Use your most powerful tool, imagination. Read the text aloud as if you're a professor and communicating some fascinating ideas to students who are in love with your voice and super excited to hear you speak. When you know what you're saying and not speaking like you're speaking to a microphone, you will be speaking with a purpose and automatically displaying all the other sub-skills that Pearson intends to test. Second comes speaking at a natural rate. What is natural rate of speech varies for every individual. Most PT test takers read too loudly or too slowly or too fast to sound clear or to enable better recording or to save time. This is not required. As we informed earlier, you will have sufficient time to read aloud. So do not try to read fast to save time or for any other reason. Just speak at a volume and rate of speech that comes naturally to you as an individual. Do this and you will sound pleasant and be speaking at a natural rate of speech with a purpose. Third is producing fluent speech. Now the machine will think you're speaking fluently if you read in a constant smooth rhythm without hesitations, repetitions, unwanted pauses and false starts. Now Pearson will riddle the text with words and phrases that may lead you to hesitate, repeat and make errors. There will be no more than 2 such parts, and that too in the most complex texts. Figure these parts out in your preparation time. Prepare a strategy to deal with them. However, if you do make a mistake, do not correct yourself, because then you will lose more points and gain nothing. I mean really nothing. Fourth is using correct pronunciation. Now remember to assess if a pronunciation is correct. The machine scoring system assesses whether all the consonants and vowels in a word are pronounced in a manner that is easily understood by general speakers of the language. So don't worry about accent. Simply pronounce familiar and unfamiliar words in a manner that could be easily understood by general speakers of English. Be careful of words that have same spellings but different meanings and style of pronunciation, such as address and address, present and present, MALE male and MAIL male. Learn and be cautious of such words in the test. Understand what they mean in the context of the sentence and the text and use its correct pronunciation. Now, about using correct intonation and stress. Intonation and stress is the rise and fall of voice while speaking. Intonation could be a major problem for non-native speakers of English. Non-native speakers tend to use intonation as in their native language, which may not be appropriate when speaking the English language. However, this can be corrected. As a general rule, when speaking English, always start high and end low. This can be done by taking a deep breath at the start of every sentence. What parts of the word or sentence you stress can alter the meaning of what you're saying. Consider this. Let's see children. Doesn't sound right, does it? No, I love children and I don't want to eat them. Now if I say with correct stress, let's eat children, the meaning is changed entirely. Same is true of word level stress. If I say were you present in the class is incomprehensible because of the incorrect word level stress that I used for the word present, which means to offer something. But if I say, were you present in the class, the sentence is not comprehensible because of correct word level stress used. You may come across such words and sentences in the text. Be careful to use correct stress and intonation. Speaking under time conditions is the easiest of all. All you need to do is finish reading the text aloud within 40 seconds. That is all for this video. If you need more information, do read our related blogs and videos, the links to which are provided in the description of this video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video and want more such content, please like, comment and subscribe and support us by enrolling in one of our PTE preparation courses that you need for one attempt PTE success. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you and goodbye for now.